Hi everyone, John Cottrell here, and welcome to Power Yoga. This is a 60-minute power Vinyasa yoga practice. So glad that you're here to join me. So in this practice today, I thought we go to one of my favorites, and that's a core class. But I'm giving this class the name Core with a Twist, which means we're going to be doing not only some core work, so some focus here on our torso, low belly, obliques, but also some twisting. Alrighty, so for your props today, you are going to need, of course, your yoga mat, so go ahead and roll that out. If you want to grab a towel or a blanket, that might be good too. There's just a couple of poses what we're going to be on our hands and knees, and if you just need some extra cushioning or something soft underneath you, go ahead and grab that. Also, a couple yoga blocks might be handy for this class as well. That's really it. But if anything else that you like to use, in addition to a towel or a blanket, if you like to use a yoga strap or a pillow or a bolster, go ahead and have those nearby, and we're ready to go. So let's start in mountain pose. So I invite you to stand near the top of your mat with your feet about hip distance apart and your toes pointing forward, just so we can establish a strong foundation for ourselves as we begin our practice together. So you're nice and tall. You might even look down at your feet and just even grip your mat with your toes just to feel this connection. And then go ahead and take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Do that again. Nice full breath in, filling up your lungs. And an exhale. There we are. Good. So we're just settling in, getting ready for our moving practice, but we like to start with some breath work so we can get settled, tuned in, and connected. So you can do this with your eyes opened, maybe just gazing forward or even softening your eyes and you're gazing downward. You can even do this with your eyes closed. Just standing nice and tall, very still, just listening to the sound of your breath and even feeling your breath move through your body. And after a couple of deep breaths, go ahead and just settle into slow, steady breaths. Very nice. Moving inward and connecting. As you're breathing in, you want to feel the breath rising upward to fill up your lungs. Feel very expansive in your chest area. When you exhale, as you're able, draw your navel inward towards your spine. It's a light engagement of your abdominal muscles. Of course, we are doing core, so we will be focusing on this area. We call this the abdominal lock. It does several things. One, allows us to be strong, helps us to be still, just like we are in mountain pose, helps us to move, gives us energy, power, and it braces our body in preparation to move. So again, as you breathe in, just feel yourself getting a little taller, more lengthen in your spine, breath rising to fill up your lungs. And your exhale, engaging the abdominal lock. Just drawing your navel inward towards your spine and just feel that engagement here in your center body. Just a few more breaths like that. Deepening this connection now. Go ahead and take 3 more breaths like this as we now prepare our bodies to move. And when you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead. You can take your time with this. Just treat it like a good stretch. Reach all the way up. You can even look up. Exhale, fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees and just make your way down slowly. Take your time. Let your hands come down. Let your head go heavy into your forward fold. From here, inhale, slide your hands up your legs to extend your spine, maybe rising up halfway so your back is flat like a table. Exhale, fold again. You can keep your knees very bent, allowing your back to round. We'll hold here for several breaths. Maybe some deep breaths again. If you lean forward a little bit, put a little bit more pressure or weight into your toes, you might feel your hamstrings engaged. They're engaging here so your body feels more supported so you don't fall forward. You can even roll out your shoulders a little bit. Give your head a gentle shake, just to release any tension in your shoulders, upper back,
your neck, and head. Then, shifting your weight back into your heels, bend your knees. Feel like you're sitting down into a low chair that's behind you. Look forward, lifting up slightly until your back is flat. Extend your arms out to the side. Then inhale, stand up all the way. Reach up into the air, another nice big stretch. And exhale, bring your arms down by your side. Just pause here for a moment. Breathing in and out. That's our half salute to the sun. We're just going to repeat that. Going at your own pace. Inhale, extend your arms all the way up. Big reach. Good effort in your hands. Exhale, fold forward, leading with your heart. Bent knees, making your way down, maybe touching the ground. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins just to extend your spine. Now you could come up halfway, or really just feeling that long straight line in your spine, and then back down to a forward fold. Your back will naturally round. Let your head and shoulders go loose. Then shifting weight into your heels, bend your knees, look forward, spread your wings. Inhale, coming all the way back up, nice and tall, extended mountain pose. Exhale, return your arms down by your side. Hold. A few more deep breaths. I'm just circling my shoulders here. You can do the same. Even a little bit more movement in your head and neck here. Just checking in to notice if there's any tightness, any tension in your body. One of the things that we want to do when we practice yoga is, as best as we can, remove obstacles, things that get in the way. And they tend to be like reoccurring thoughts. They can be even sensations like pain or discomfort in the body. If we can move those sensations out of the way, it gives us kind of this clear vision, a clear path to enlightenment. And that really is our intention when we practice yoga. All right, let's continue. Here we go. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, let's fold forward. Take your time. Always okay to bend your knees as you make your way down. Inhale, let's rise up halfway, allowing the top of your head to lead you forward. Good extension through your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, let the back round. Get low enough so you can place your hands on your mat, and then just simply step both feet back to the back end of your mat into plank pose. Hold strongly here for several breaths. Hands pressing firmly into the ground so you can feel this good energy in your arms. Just be aware of your hips. Make sure they're not sinking like this, but maybe up enough. Even at shoulder level is fine for this. As you're breathing, you're feeling the lengthening in the spine with the inhale. Exhale, pull belly button up towards spine in this case as you exhale. Good core work just by being in plank pose. Breathe in. As you exhale, bend your knees a little, send your hips into the air. This is our shortcut to downward facing dog. Once in down dog, adjust your feet. Adjust your hands if you like on your mat so you feel secure and grounded. Continue to press firmly into the ground with the hands, energy in the arms and shoulders and upper back. Knees can remain bent, heels are lifted, and also the hips are lifting up. As the hips rise and hands press into the ground, you create a nice long straight line in the body. Okay, let's breathe in, getting ready to move. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale to extend your spine. Exhale, fold. Weights in the heels, bent knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come all the way up. We're going to keep this moving. Reach high. As you exhale, take chair pose or a chair-like position. Weight shifting back into your hips and heels. Inhale to reach out with your arms. Exhale, dive out of your seat, down towards toes, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway or extend the spine. Exhale, bend your knees, place your hands on your mat, walk, step, or even hop both feet back into plank pose. Strong straight line in the body. Let's breathe in. This exhale, bend elbows, lower your way down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Come down in a straight line if you can. Inhale, press into the floor with your hands, straightening your arms, lifting your chest so you can look forward. You're in a back bend, up dog. Exhale onto your toes, lift your knees, then hips into the air. Back to downward facing dog. Settle into the pose, take a breath. Let's keep it moving. We'll inhale, extend right leg up behind you, reaching long, big stretch here. Exhale, let's guide the right foot up to the top of the mat. Step and land. Turn left heel to the floor behind you. Be sure to put some weight and pressure in that back foot. Extend your torso long out over your right thigh. Then inhale, hinge your way up so you're facing forward, reaching both arms up into the air, warrior one. Exhale, we'll hinge again, folding, bring your hands back down to the ground. We'll step the feet back into plank pose. Finish your push-up, bend elbows, squeeze them in towards your ribs for good leverage and support. Coming down. Inhale for your back bend, upward facing dog. Nice long legs and pointed toes behind you. Exhale onto your toes, lifting hips, downward facing dog. Quick adjustment. Then the other side. Inhale, extend left leg up, reaching long through your toes. Your exhale to step through. Left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel turns to the floor behind you. Again, put some weight and pressure in that back foot. Extend your torso long out over your left thigh. Then inhale, hinge from hips, rising up, facing forward, reaching both arms up into the air. Warrior one. Exhale to hinge and fold, bringing both hands back down to the ground. Step, left foot back, plank, finish your push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's pause here for a moment. Couple breaths. We're going to make our way down to the ground. You can just kneel down. Sit back. We'll take a seat. Sit in the center of your mat. Swing the legs around to the front. Sit in the center right here. And then go ahead and roll down onto your back. Lie down with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground. Holding for a couple seconds just to settle in. Now, eventually we are moving into bridge, but before we move into bridge, we're just going to do a little pelvic rocking or movement to actually get into some core work here, working the low abdominal region. So just follow me. First, you're going to inhale and arch your back, keeping your bottom on the floor. When you arch your back, you create this little space in the low back. If you can see me, I'm sliding my hand underneath my body at my low back. I call it a low bridge right there. That's the inhale. And then when you exhale, rock the pelvis so you can press the low back down into the floor. Do that again. You're going to inhale, arch, pelvis tips one way, creating the little bridge. Exhale, rock it back, pelvis, pressing low back into the floor. And just do that several times. So inhale, arch. Exhale, I'm going to say scoop as the verb there. All right, keep doing that. And what you may notice, especially with the exhale, is that hollowing out of the belly, which engages the abdominal system. A lot of it at the low region of the belly because of that rocking pelvic sensation. And what we're engaging there is the transverse abdominis muscles that run across the body, like you were wearing a belt that runs across. And I like to call this the abdominal floor. And if you work on those muscles, and it doesn't take much, it just takes this simple exercise right here, and strengthen those muscles, you really gain a lot of strength and stability throughout your entire body. Okay, so you're going to inhale, arch, exhale, scoop, and hold this position, this hollowed out belly. Low back is pressing into the floor, and you feel the kind of this tightness or engaging low belly. But keep breathing. Inhale, bring breath upward, it'll fill up your lungs. Exhale, try to hollow out a little bit more. Feel like your belly button, actually your back, your low back is pressing more into the ground, even tucking the pelvis under more. Okay, keep holding the posture, just keep breathing. You're engaging muscles here. That's part of that strengthening quality here. Now, inhale. Exhale, hollow it out, breathe out. Then press feet into the floor to peel yourself up off the ground so the hips lift. Now, if you can, get your shoulders underneath you. You may have to rock your upper body left and right several times to get your arms and your shoulders a bit underneath you. For more stabilization, perhaps bend your elbows like this at 90 degrees. Your hands are reaching up towards the sky. Press down into the ground with the backs of your arms. Again, it'll stabilize your body. You might even find that you can lift a little higher. Now, even though we're in this bridge pose, this back bend, there's still that rocking sensation or awareness, or mimic that feeling. So as we inhale, feel like you're arching your back because you actually are. Then exhale, feel like you're trying to press your low back into the ground. And just notice the engagement in your hip flexors, your glutes, and you're still engaging your belly. So inhale, arch. You might just soften just slightly. Exhale, tuck underneath. You're trying to get your tailbone to point directly forward or toward your knees. Feel that engagement. You might feel that in your thighs. 2 more breaths. When you're complete, just soften a little bit. Wiggle your toes forward. Reach both arms up into the air to release your shoulders out from underneath you. And then slowly make your way down to the ground. Once you've landed, hug both knees into chest, breathing in and out, maybe even rocking forward and back a little bit. Gain some energy. With a good exhale, rock your way up to seated so we can come to boat pose. So even in boat, we're still going to be creating that rocking sensation that we did initially lying on the floor. So you might want to keep the knees bent, energize your feet. So flex your feet, your shins might be parallel to the ground. Go ahead and hold on to the backs of the knees here. Use that as a way to help lift yourself up so you have a nicely extended spine. Even tip the chin up a little bit. So that same feeling, so I'm inhaling, trying to actually lift up off the ground, but there's a slight, at least for me, a slight arch in the back. Exhale, I'm trying to tug pelvis underneath. Now your pelvis won't move because you're sitting on it, but you may feel the core engagement in that low section. So you're still working those transverse abdominis muscles, but because of this particular posture and the angle in which we're in, it also engages the rectus abdominis muscles. That's that outer layer of the abdominal system right in front. All right, that's a lot of work here. Okay, let's move. Breathe in. Exhale, cross legs, roll forward if you can onto the hands. Hop or step back, plank pose. Now with all that core work and holding in plank, you may still feel that core engagement. Each exhale, just keep pulling belly button up towards spine in this case. Feel that strength and stability. Let's just take a shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees a little, send hips into the air, down dog. Hips nice and high, hands pressing firmly into the floor, creating that straight line. Let's continue with some lunges. Inhale, extend right leg up, reaching long out behind you. Exhale, step through. Right foot landing at the top of the mat. Left heel turns to the floor. You can find that balance and centering. Torso extended out over thigh. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Reach into the air. Now exhale, turn your torso towards the left side of the room as your arms come down to parallel. You'll be in warrior two. If you'd like, you can take the feet wider. This is what I like to do, just so I can lunge a little deeper, so I can really get into the legs here. All right, warrior two. Go ahead and relax your arms. Bring your hands to hips. Okay, I'm going to face you for a moment, because there's something that you may also want to be aware of, just because we're all shaped very differently, especially in this midsection of the body. Now, if I were to be really relaxed here, my back, I have a natural sway in my back. I'm actually exaggerating this a little bit. So my bum wants to stick out. There's like a little shelf right here. Okay? Now this is, in Warrior 2, this is kind of a misalignment. So what I need to do is do that same tuck, getting the tailbone to point straight down towards the floor. So imagine you have a bowl of soup. In this case, the bowl of soup is tipped forward and the soup is spilling out. So we need to level out that bowl of soup by tucking tailbone down, pelvis nice and level, so the rim of the soup bowl is level. And of course, your right knee in this case is pointing directly forward. So you may not need to do that, but it's something to be aware of as far as that alignment and that continued core engagement. All right, let's extend the arms and continue. Side angle, reach out, rotate your arms, right hand down, left hand up into the air. Nice extension, reach up, reach down. Nice side body stretch, continued hip opening, and a nice opening through the chest as well. Let's breathe in, and our exhale to carefully turn and fold. Bring your hands down to the ground, step back, plank pose, hold. Then a shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees, hips into the air. When you're ready, inhale, extend left leg up. And exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, right heel turns to the floor. Find that balance and centering. Long torso, inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, opening warrior two. All right, same thing. Find your posture. Adjust the feet if you need to. Arrive in the pose. And since we held the first warrior two, we'll do the same thing here. So go ahead and relax your arms. Hands can come down to hips here. And then check in with your pelvis, because it actually might feel different on this side. Okay, and sometimes our left side and our right sides are not symmetrical. And so it might change the alignment of our hips. So check in. Okay? So is your bowl of soup spilling out, or do you need to tuck a little bit like I am at the moment, getting my soup
Bowl nice and level. Tailbone is pointing down. I can even feel a little engagement in my glutes, but I also feel engagement in my low belly. All right, let's re-extend the arms, warrior two. Side angle pose, reach out, angled upper body, rotate the arms, reach high, reach low. Now you're welcome to reach all the way down to the floor with your left hand or to your stacked blocks, whatever you might have there. But you can always modify this pose. This feels just right for me. I feel my body responding appropriately in this pose. Let's take a breath in, and our exhale will turn, fold, and bring both hands down to the floor. Step back, plank pose, draw that nice straight line. Let's go ahead and finish the push-up here, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Hold for a moment. Let's go ahead and bring the knees to the floor. We're going to be on our hands and knees. So if you do need to have a blanket or a towel, it needs some extra padding, this is when you want to use it. So first, just cat and cow. First, inhale, look up or forward, arching the back, creating a bit of a back bend. Exhale, round it out. Now, this is actually the exact same thing we did lying on our backs, preparing for bridge pose, where I had you inhale, arch your back, creating that low bridge. Exhale, rounding it out as you pressed your low back into the floor. So you're just really just doing the same thing. It's cat and cow. But you just happen to be doing it on your back the first time through. So pay attention to the exhale in cat pose here as you feel the belly button pull up towards spine, engaging those transverse abdominis muscles and rectus abdominis muscles. Finish the breath that you're on and take one more after that. And just hold in a neutral tabletop position. New posture here. Just start feeling your weight shift over to your right side, right hand and right knee. Then extend your left leg back behind you, but keep your toes on the ground. Just lengthen the leg. Once that left leg is extended, reach out with the right hand. Lift the hand and reach forward. And then just barely pick up the left foot up off the floor. It's a spinal balance. We're reaching through the left foot, reaching through the right hand. Keep your gaze directly down to neutralize the neck. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the left knee and right hand back down to the ground. Hold for a moment. We'll do the other side. So spinal balance. Start shifting weight over to left side, left hand and left knee. Extend right leg back behind you, keeping toes on the ground. Extend left arm forward, reach. Now that right foot can stay on the ground, but if you can, just barely lift it, just an inch or two off the floor, and reach in these opposite directions. Not only are we reaching across the room in these opposite directions, but hug inward towards your center. So both arms, both legs, and of course belly button pulling up towards spine. Everything's moving towards your spine. Breathe in. And exhale, bring hand and knee back down to the floor. 2 more breaths, cat and cow, just to keep that nice mobility through the spine and pelvis. So just 2 here, finishing in a neutral tabletop posture. And once you're there, make our way back to downward facing dog. You might step your hands forward a bit, tuck toes, lift knees and hips, down dog. Breathe in, we're moving. Exhale, walk, step, or hop, both feet up to the top of the mat to forward fold. Inhale to lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold again. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, grow tall. Reach up into the air. There it is. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side. Perfect. All right, maybe another little shake of the shoulders. And since we're on our hands and knees for that time, that's a lot of forced flexing and that can tire out the wrist. So feel free to circle the wrist, even wiggle your fingers. All righty. Now, I mentioned core work. We've already started some of that core work, but now let's get into some twisting. So we're going to do a chair pose with the twist, and you're welcome to use a block for this. I have these narrow blocks, so these work just fine. So a block, a pillow would work just fine for this too. So we're just going to take our prop and place it between the thighs. Make sure it's above the knees so your knees can easily move. I'm just going to turn this way for a moment. So return to mountain pose with your prop between your thighs, squeezing, finding midline. So we're always trying to move towards center. Your midline is your spine. Hold for a moment, nice and tall. Connect. Take a breath. Now, inhale, extend both arms up. Exhale, take chair pose. Make sure you don't lose your block. Bring hands to heart center. Squeezing the block. Inhale, lengthening through your spine. Exhale, mildly rotate to your right. To your right. Mildly means you don't have to turn very far. Because even just a mild rotation, you are rotating. It is a twist. Now you're certainly welcome maybe to sit back and down a little deeper, even rotate a little bit more if your body allows, but it's certainly not necessary. You can always soften it up or just modify. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind. Place hands on thighs. Just help push and leverage yourself up to standing. Finish the straight line by reaching both arms up into the air, and right away come back into chair pose. Sit back, weights in the hips and heels. Once you're in your imaginary seat, bring hands to heart center. Breathe in to extend spine. Exhale, squeeze your block, pull belly button in, and at same mild rotation, now to your left. What I usually say is just turn until you feel that natural stop. Like your body just stops automatically. Because if you go further, it would be effort. You would have to actually kind of force your body to go deeper. This is great for your obliques. That's the side portions of the abdominal system. Let's breathe in. Exhale, unwind. Place hands on thighs. Press, lift, nice and tall. Draw that straight line. Reach up into the air, both arms. Exhale, arms down by your side. And that's it. Let's go ahead and remove the block. Place it on the floor. Come back to mountain pose. Let's keep it moving. Here we go. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, swan dive. Maybe touching your toes. Inhale, extend spine halfway up. Exhale, hands to the floor, step or walk or even jump both feet back, plank, come right down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here for a moment. Now we've introduced twisting to the body. Let's continue adding twists. Inhale, extend right leg up. Here, bend your right knee, bring your heel down towards your backside, and feel the right knee lift up towards the ceiling. It won't lift very high, but it creates a mild twist in the spine and it opens the hips. Listen, we're going to inhale here. With the exhale, bring your right knee underneath you towards your left elbow. I call this core twist. So your right knee is pointing to your left elbow, crossing the midline. Then inhale, re-extend right leg up into the air. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Left heel plants, long spine. Inhale, hinge, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, opening warrior two. Nice. Right away to side angle. Reach out, rotate the arms. Right hand down, left hand up. We're still in motion. Breathe in. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor, step back, plank pose, but keep your right foot lifted, just a few inches off the ground. So plank, strong straight line, right foot lifted. With an exhale, bring right knee in towards right elbow, so pointing towards right elbow, not crossing the midline. Re-extend the leg, set the toes down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, here we go. Inhale, extend left leg up. Bend the knee, heel down towards backside, lifting the knee for that twist in the spine, hip opener. Breathe in. Exhale, left knee underneath you towards right elbow, crossing midline, core twist. Inhale, re-extend left leg up into the air, down dog. Exhale, left foot returns to the top of the mat, landing. Right heel plants. Inhale, warrior one, rising up. Exhale, opening warrior two. Side angle, flowing through the body. Breathing. Inhale, reaching up, reaching down. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose, left foot lifted. Again, just a few inches off the ground. Doesn't have to lift very high. Inhale for a little bit more length. Exhale, left knee comes toward left elbow. Doesn't have to touch it, just point. And then re-extend the left leg back, set the toes down, finish your push-up. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Okay, we're going back down to the floor. Feel free to hop forward, cross legs, and take a seat. Or like before, just kneel down, take a seat in the center of your mat, and go ahead and roll down onto your back. I'm just going to adjust my mat here. So we're going to do that same setup for bridge, working with the pelvis,
engaging low ab muscles, strengthening our lower abs. Inhale, arch the back, keeping your bottom on the ground. Exhale, hollow it out, press low back down into the floor. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round or hollow out the belly, scoop through pelvis. 1 more. Inhale, arch. Exhale, scoop, hold the sensation. This is that cat pose, really, upside down, right? But keep breathing. Fill up the lungs. Exhale, more engagement in the belly. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, engage more. Then peel yourself up off the ground, lifting your hips, getting shoulders and arms underneath you. Press down into the floor with the arms lifting a little higher. Couple more breath. That same sensation. Inhale. As you exhale, feel like you're trying to press low back into the floor. You should notice this. Your legs fire up. They engage. Your glutes. Your low back gets a little flatter, which is ideal in a back bend, so it doesn't feel all pinched up. All right, wiggle the toes forward. Extend your arms up into the air. Roll your way down carefully. Inhale, draw knees to chest. With your exhale, as you're able at this point, rock your way up to boat. If you need a couple times to get there, that's fine. Lifting the feet. Right there, shins parallel to the floor. Flexed feet, holding onto the knees. Inhale, nice extension of spine. Exhale, engage. Trying to scoop through pelvis. Again, pelvis won't move. Hollowing out the belly. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now we're going to move. Breathing in. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front. Hop or step back, plank pose. Hold. All right, just rest for a second. Bring the knees to the floor. Sit back briefly in hero. Just hold here. Nice. Just a quick moment. Really wanted to get off the hands because we're going to be on our hands again. But also hero pose stretches out the thighs, knees, and the tops of the feet. All right, from here, let's come back out to plank pose. We're going to right side plank, meaning keep the right hand on the floor, swing open towards the left side of the room. So your legs are straight ideally, right here. If you need to, you can stagger the feet, place 1 foot in front of the other. And this left hand and left hip lifting into the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure this left hip is lifting. Breathe in. And the exhale to turn. Let's bring ourselves back to plank pose. And then the other side. Left side plank. Stacked legs, or put 1 foot in front of the other, right foot in front of the other if you'd like. Reaching up into the sky with the right hand, right hip lifting. As we lift that right hip, we're actually working the underside, so the left side is getting a little extra work. Breathe in, exhale, come back to plank pose. Okay, let's do another rest. Knees to the floor, sit back, hero. Shoulder roll, even a little extra or counter stretch for the hands and wrists here after being in that forced flex position in that side plank posture. We're going to come back to side plank. Actually, let me demonstrate. You can just stay here in seated. If you can't sit in hero, just take a regular seat. Let me show you another twisting sensation we're going to add. So just watch me. I'm coming back to plank. I'm opening up. Side plank. I'm stepping the left foot in front of the other. I'm inhale, reaching up, and even feel like I'm reaching behind me. Inhale, and exhale, I'm going to thread the needle. This left hand's going to reach behind the right arm towards the other side of the room, rotating through the torso. I'm going to inhale, reopen. We're going to do that 3 times. Exhale. Inhale, open. On the third one, you're going to exhale and hold it. Finishing that whole breath. And then bring hands and knees back down to the ground. Alrighty? So let's go ahead and do that together. Let's come out, we'll do that right side, and then we'll do the left side. Plank pose. Join me here. Right side plank. Step left foot in front of the other. Just gives you some balance. Inhale, lift up and open. Exhale, thread the needle, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist and hold. Plank pose. Alignment. Other side. Left side plank. Step the right foot in front of the other. Inhale, reach up and open. Exhale, thread. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread and hold. Back to plank, realigning. Take a shortcut to down dog. Feel that nice re-extension of spine coming out of those twists. When you exhale, walk, step, or hop, both feet up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, extend spine, monkey, and a fold here. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come up to standing, reaching up into the air. Exhale, arms down by your side. Excellent. All righty, we're getting warmed up here. Okay, so there's going to be another little segment in there, but I'm not going to do it just yet, okay? So let's just get a good flow going. Come back up to mountain pose. We're going to start this with the chair pose with a twist, and we'll flow from there. Here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take chair pose. As you're taking your seat, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, twist to your right. Again, this still can be a mild twist, but maybe things are warming up a little bit more, and you can sit back and down a little deeper, twist a little deeper. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, re-stand, stand tall, reach up into the air. Exhale, chair pose again. Hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen through spine. Exhale, twist to your left now. We'll hold for several breaths. Excellent. Just really working those obliques. Now those side planks that we did earlier, and those twists in those side planks, obliques. Inhale. Exhale, unwind. Stand up tall, reach for the sky. We're going to flow from here. Reach up, look up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose, come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go at your own pace. We're still moving. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend and twist. Right knee underneath you towards left elbow. Exhale. Inhale, re-extend right leg up into the sky behind you. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Left heel plants. Rise up. Reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Right away, side angle. Reach out. Rotate the arms. Reach high and low. Inhale. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose, right side plank. Step left foot in front of the other. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Remember, 3 times. Exhale, twist. Really get that rotation. Reach to the other side of the room. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist and hold. Back to plank, realigning. Chaturanga. Up dog, downward facing. Other side. Inhale, extend left leg up. Bend and twist. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Back up into the sky, inhale. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Inhale to rise. Exhale to open. Right away, side angle. Rotate the arms. Inhale, reach high and low. Exhale to turn so you can bring the hands to the floor, back to plank pose. Left side plank, onto the left hand, opening up to the right side of the room. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, reach up and open. Exhale, thread the needle, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Hold. Plank. Knees to the ground. Hero pose. You can even take child's pose here if you'd like. Take a break. Relax the wrists. All right, let me demonstrate one more action. Do your best with this. Just watch me. You can just sit regularly on your bum if you want to. You don't have to sit in hero pose. All right, I'm going back to side plank. Imagine I'm doing my third twist. We're holding. While I'm still holding, I'm going to reposition my feet. I'm coming on to my toes, but stepping very wide on the mat, even off the mat. Then extend left arm forward. Pick up the right foot. Spinal balance variation. And if you're able, a little crunch, elbow to knee to center. Re-extend and bring the limbs down. All right, that's pretty dynamic. Let's give it a shot. We're just going to imagine, let me just adjust my mat. We're going to imagine we're doing that third twist. Hold the twist. Take the feet really wide. They might even come right off the mat. The wider, actually, the better. You'll have more balance. All right, let's try it. Plank pose. Right side plank. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Imagine it's the third one. Hold it. As you're holding, step the feet wide. You're on your tiptoes. Extend left arm forward. As best as you can, pick up the right foot. Then crunch, elbow to knee underneath you. Re-extend. Placing the foot and hand back down. Let's try the other side right away. Left side plank. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread. Imagine it's the third one. Hold. Step the feet wide, right off the mat. Reach right arm forward. Pick up left foot. Crunch. Re-extend. Plant. Rest. Whew. That's a tough one. Rest those wrists. Now, we need to go through the full sequence. Take a quick break. Find the breath. Join me in down dog. Jump, step, or walk both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend spine. And fold. Reverse your swan dive. Inhale. Rise up, reach up. Exhale, arms down by your side. Perfect. Alrighty. Take a sip of water. Take some deep breaths. Adjust your mats. We're going through the full sequence. Do your best. Meet me here in mountain pose when you're ready. Starting with our chair pose with a twist. Here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. Bring hands to heart center as you're taking your seat. Inhale, re-extend your spine. Exhale, draw belly in. Squeeze an imaginary block between your thighs as you twist to the right side. We're going to keep this moving. Breathe in right here. Exhale, unwind and fold. We're going to continue flowing from here. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, hands to the floor. Hop or step back, plank pose. Come on down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend and twist open. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Back up into the sky, straight line, down dog. Right foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Left heel plants. Extended spine. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. Right away, side angle. Reach out, rotate arms. Inhale, reach up and down. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor, step back, plank pose. Right side plank. Step the left foot in front of the other. Inhale, reach and open. Exhale, twist. Remember, 3 times. 1. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Get that rotation. Inhale, open. Last time. Exhale, twist. Hold the twist. Step the feet wide. Left arm extends. Right foot lifts if you can. Try that crunch. Now, re-extend. Bring the left hand down. Keep the right foot lifted. Bring right knee towards right elbow. Re-extend. Now place it down. Shortcut down dog. Jump, step, or walk. Both feet return to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend spine. And fold here. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Reach up, right away, other side. Chair pose. Bring hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen through spine. Exhale, draw belly in. Twist to the left. Squeeze the imaginary block. So you want to make sure everything down below stays aligned. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind and fold. Lifting halfway or extended spine, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Hop or step back plank. Right away, come down. Up dog for your back bend. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're on the left side now. Inhale, extend left leg up. Bend and twist. Exhale, left knee underneath you towards right elbow. Left leg back up into the sky. Left foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Inhale, rise up into the first warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Side angle, rotate the arms. Inhale, up and down. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor, step back, plank. Left side plank. Step right foot forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread, twist. 3 times. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. Last time. Exhale, hold. Step the feet wide on tiptoes. It aligns the body. Reach the arm, right arm forward. Lift left foot. Try that crunch. Right hand down. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Of course, I added it. That was a surprise. Foot down, plank pose. Shortcut, down dog. Hold for several breaths. We're going to the floor. Hop forward, cross legs, take a seat. Boat pose. Yes, boat. Inhale, extended spine. Exhale, engage. We're going to try something here. Follow me. Inhale, push feet forward, lean back a little bit. Exhale, bring knees and chest towards each other. More of a crunch. Inhale, push away, lean back. Exhale, crunch. 2 more times together. Inhale, push away. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, push. Exhale, lift. Set the heels down. Sit up nice and tall, come to cobbler's pose. Hold on to the feet or ankles. Nice long spine, hip opener. Stay tall for a couple seconds and feel free to hinge forward and eventually round. This might feel good for your whole back. Some deep breaths here. Even check in with your breathing. You might be a slightly or a lot out of breath, because I know I am. So just take a few moments as we change gears a little bit and start to make our way towards the end of our practice after our dynamic core with a twist. So we're just starting in our bound angle pose or cobbler's pose. Different names for the same posture. Some deep breaths. 3 more breaths. And we're making our way back up nice and tall. Making sure you're sitting in the center of your mat. And go ahead and lie down onto your back. Go ahead and hug both knees into chest. Feel free to continue moving here. Some circles. Rocking back and forth, forward and back, left and right. Whatever might feel good, whatever comes naturally here. Continue to check in with your breathing. Take those deep breaths. So we're just bringing our whole body back to that neutral baseline place. Go ahead and extend the left leg out onto the floor. Keep hugging right knee in. We're just going to do happy baby, but just with one leg. Alrighty? So reach up with the right hand, grab hold of the bottom of the right foot. It's facing towards the ceiling. The knee is kind of pointing out at an angle behind you towards the back corner of your mat, and then just gently press down. Working one leg at a time in this pose just gets us a little deeper, I think, into the hip socket. And continue with your deep breathing. You can hold static right here, or you can even add some movements. Okay, a little knee bend. You can even extend this leg if you wanted to. Give it a little bit more of a stretch, taking the leg more out to the right side. You can even bring it over to the left side for a bit of a twist. We will be twisting one more time in this practice when we get to spinal twist. But right now, just our hip opener. 2 more breaths on this first side. And then you can release this leg onto the floor. Hold for a moment, briefly here in Shavasana, so everything can realign. Take a breath or 2. And when you're ready, bring the left knee in, hug it in gently. And then half happy baby pose. Holding in a static position just to get the stretch, but you can always add a little bit of movement if that feels good. Check in with your breath again. How is it? Does it feel like you're calming down? How about 3 more breaths on the second side? When you feel complete, go ahead and release this leg. Return to Shavasana. We're not done yet, but just want to find that realignment in the entire body. Okay, then go ahead and hug both knees into chest. Take a moment just to circle the feet and ankles. Just like we massage the wrists after all that forced flexing with those plank poses and side planks. Let's just kind of do that same movement for our ankle joints. They appreciate it too. Then when you're ready, let's take a twist. We'll start by taking the knees over to the left side, extending the right arm to the right side. We'll hold here. Take your time. This is a perfect opportunity just to focus on your breathing. As I mentioned earlier, our practice is to help us on a deeper level, helping us to remove any obstacles that can get in the way of our thinking, our progress, our motivation in life. And so the moving practice helps us to tap into all parts of self, to help remove some of those obstacles, or at least set them to the side so they're not so overwhelming. 2 more breaths. And we bring our knees back up to center. Once again, just pause, realigning, and then taking knees to the other side. So with this pose, it can represent kind of that final wringing out of those things that are distracting and get in your way. And of course, we'll finish in Shavasana, where we'll hold. You can even think of that posture as a representation of putting to rest those obstacles and distractions. 2 more breaths here. And you can bring your knees back to center, hug them in one last time, and then extend your legs straight out in front of you onto the ground. Right here, Shavasana. Feel free to use any other props to help support your body in this position. If you need something soft underneath you, like a blanket or a pillow, please feel free to use them. And just settle in, just move around so you can feel the most comfortable, so you can come to complete stillness. Shavasana, or corpse pose. Again, putting to rest those distracting thoughts and feelings. Taking this yogic nap. And after our rest, we'll wake up refreshed and new. In this restful state of mind and body, just continue focusing on your breath. They don't have to be deep breaths, just slow, steady breaths, but you can still feel the breath and you can hear it. If your mind begins to wander, which is absolutely normal,
Just notice that you're thinking. Acknowledge the thought. And then take a deep breath, bringing you back to the present moment. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed, going inward. You can even open your eyes, but still be very focused on your breath. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. This is your time for stillness, quiet, and meditation. Even as I end the practice, you're still welcome to stay right here. When you're ready to move, and you certainly don't have to move right away, start with breath. First, just be aware of your breathing. Deep breath in, slow breath out. And as you make this reconnection to breath, take 5 slow, deep breaths, slow as can be. As you're taking these slow, intentional breaths, gradually feel movement return to your body. It might start with a simple wiggling of your toes and your fingers. Some movement in your feet and your hands. And allow that movement to continue to rise up your arms, rise up your legs, right into your pelvis and torso. Moving now through your neck, through your whole head. Awakening, feeling refreshed and anew. Sometime after your 5th breath, continue moving in slow motion. And carefully roll onto one side of your body into a nurturing pose. It will resemble a fetal position. And just hold here for several breaths if you'd like. Again, not needing to move too quickly. You might even take another set of breaths here, 3 breaths, 5 breaths. And whenever you complete that cycle, still moving in slow motion, pressing your hands into the ground, using a new breath to help you lift, so you can come to a seated position. Maybe sitting on a block or a blanket, crossing your legs. Fully extend your spine, sitting up as tall as you can. Very proud. Arms relaxed down by your side. Maybe one more roll of your shoulders back and down your spine. Hands are relaxed, resting in your lap or knees. Feeling very calm and relaxed here. Find your breath. Then one more movement together. Inhale, extend your arms all the way up, reaching high. When you exhale, bring your hands together and then down to your heart. Return to stillness. Take one more breath in and out. And as we come to the close of this portion of our journey together, we bow, saying, Namaste.